So this is a new setup, and I have no idea whether this is going to work or not. But I want to share with you my workflow for understanding how to find out if people are actually searching for your solution. Hey, what do you know? This is a new setup. And so, first up, I like to say that this place is a mess, right? This place is a mess. I need you to excuse me for that. And, it's still not ideal. So, I still have not figured out where the light should go and all that kind of stuff. But hey, you can't wait for everything to be perfect before you do your launch. And so if you can hear, please tap the chat, all right? Step into the comment, tell me that you can hear me. Can you hear me? Hear me? Yes? Okay, if you can hear me, please let me know because I have no idea whether you can hear me or not, but I'm just gonna go ahead with this. What's gonna happen today is I'm gonna share with you my work. So the work that I do to, kind of get to understand whether how they work and all this stuff, right? So the main thing behind this episode itself is I want to let you know that the other aspect of the workflow is so crucial that you have to know what's going on before you even start your journey on that. So really what I want to do right now is to kind of take you through the workflow that I do, and so that you have a better idea in terms of how I am doing it, right? So just, I'm absolutely new to this workflow itself, so I'm just going to try and see whether it works, okay? So just with me, all right? Um, what's going to happen? Where's my mouse? This is one of the things that with a new setup, I don't even know what's everything going on. Okay, so this is what I would like to show you here, because the whole idea with to be able to do this whole setup itself is that I want to be able to show you a few key things. And one of the key things that I really want to share with you about is this idea of the workflow. And I think none better than to be able to do this in a way that it's interactive and something that you are able to, really get the hang of. All right, so let's get to this. Okay, so the workflow. Now, first thing first, so the first thing is really be very, very clear about, what is your objective. So the objective that you have in mind, what exactly is it that you wanna achieve? For me, to find out if people are searching, right? I want to find out if people are searching, and as long as I know that people are searching, I am able to then determine whether if this is something that's going to work. So the first step, right? Step one that I do, it's really I go and find out, like, this solution that I have, right? What problem does it solve? That's the first thing that thank you, Sam. That's the first thing that I really, really need to establish, because as long as I know that this solution that I have is going to be able to solve a problem, then I know I have got something to work on. So, whatever the case may be, whether you are you are making a cell phone like this, or you are, creating an course, the main thing that you must know is whether if people are actually searching for your solution, right? And the only way to find out for now, it's really to know whether if this solution, what problem does it solve, right? What problem does it solve? So that's the first thing. Now, the step two is once you know that there's this problem that people, that this solution is able to solve this problem, then the next step really is to do this. It's to really look at how people are searching, right? How people are searching. So when we talked about how people are searching, really at the end of the day, I want to know, is there particular keywords that people use, right? So I need to know the keywords that people use. So this is where I go into Google Keyword Planner. Okay, so on Google Keyword Planner itself, that's where I'm able to type in a search term and have Google give me all the different variations of the search term, the related search terms, for example. And once I know that, this is where I'm able to establish, okay, what are the terms that people are looking at. So then the next step, right? Step number 3, it's really to be able to go into that search terms and find out, what is the search volume, right? What is the search volume? And this will tell you on a monthly basis, right? What is the average monthly searches? So on the average monthly, how many people are searching for solution to this problem? Now, of course, the higher it is, the better it is. But the higher it is also means that, there will likely be a lot more competition. And that's something that you would also want to determine, right? So step 3 is to find out the search volume on the monthly basis. And of course, the higher, the better. Now, once you are able to establish this, right, then step 4, this is where you want to know if there are competition, right? So the best way to find out if there are competition is that to use this search terms and you put it into Google. So you put it into Google itself, you are going to see whether, are there, what do you call, are there people who are actually looking at, are there ads out there, right? Because there are ads out there, then it means that, there are people who are, looking at this and they are really, really, it's a possibility for you to be able to see that there is competition. If there's competition, of course, it's a good thing, right? Competition. What we want to do is to beat the competition. Now, so then the next thing to really find out if we are able to beat the competition, the next thing is this. Just give me a second, right? Like I said, this is a new setup, so you gotta bear with me. Okay. Right. So once you know that, you go into Google, you put in the search term, what you want to do here is when you look out for ads. Are there ads? If there are ads, then it means that, there is some level of competition. There are people who are actually, wanting to take a piece of the pie itself. The next step really is then for you to determine, what is how intense competition. So for example, for the keyword itself, how many pages in the world or how many pages in the local context, bearing in mind that, Google, it's very much localized based. It will serve you search terms that are based locally first. And until, that is, if that is not, well, then that's where they serve you, sites from other places, right? So as an example, if you're looking for a haircut, they would never introduce you, a barbershop in Japan. Why? Because you are based here in Singapore, for example. Okay, so that is the reason why Google, will prefer to serve you local search results first. And then if there isn't sufficient local search result, then it will serve you other places. So, this is where I always use this trick, and this trick is called the all in title tag, right? I want to find out how many web pages in that is indexed by Google has got this keyword in their title. Now that tells me, that gives me a sense of how intense the competition is. So as a rule of thumb, anywhere between 1 to 3,000, it's probably something that it's possible for you to compete. But if it's like 10,000 and above, I would seriously reconsider, especially if you're on a budget. Okay, so this is where we'll do the all entitled. This is really to find out how safe the competition is, right? Now, once done, of course, the rest of the steps are really just diving deep into social media. I'll dive into social media and see if there are Facebook groups, for example, that are already being, there are Facebook groups out there that people are actually have created to serve this community. And if there is, I want to be part of them. The other part that I really would like to go to is the Kindle store. And so in the Kindle store itself, I would really like to look at the reviews, because reviews itself, it tells me, whether, to what extent it's the competition, the extent in which the needs of the audience are being served, and also to what extent the audience needs are not being served, right? Because you will read the review, you will see that there will be some people who are unhappy about, what's being provided. That kind of gives you a sense of, okay, what are some unmet needs? Okay, then the other one that I will go to is Udemy. And so on Udemy itself, this is where I really want to find out, are there online courses? If there are online courses, what are people saying? How many students are registering for that? And all that stuff. All those are really, really important information to me. And so, you'd be surprised that just by doing this research yourself, you get a better idea of whether people are actually searching for your product, your solution, rather than guessing. Okay, so if you like to, take a deep dive into this whole process itself, what I have for you is I actually will be conducting a webinar, and on this webinar, I call it catalytic courses. Why catalytic courses? Is because it's a thing that is going to be help you get started certain thing, right? And so in this catalytic course, I will go in depth into understanding what exactly is the flow, what are the tools that you use, how do you actually, for example, like here, right? How do you actually find out? How do you actually find out that people are searching for your solution, right? That's something that you want to know. How people are actually searching for your solution. That's something that you need to know. Okay, and so, but right now, in this platform, it's just not possible for me to explain everything to you. If you want to find out more, check out the which in there. And it's a to me it's a modest level of investment for you. But if you are serious with what you do here, and if you want to know, not guess, then obviously this is something that you will definitely want to do. Okay, so check out Catholic courses. This Catholic course, which is in the comments there, and that's for us. Okay, so like I said, this is a really setup. I just want to give you down of the setup. What I have here, if I could show you briefly, what I have here is I have the MacBook Pro, 13-inch MacBook Pro, which is kind of like the main brain for this entire setup. And I have my this old, really old animal Apple cinema display, and so this one really gives me the ability to you know see a full screen and like multiple screen. And then here, right here, it's the iPad, right? So the latest version of Catalina allows you to do the sidecar. So I could actually right here on the iPad, but then have it serve up as a screen on the computer itself. Of course, the software that I'm using to do this, it's good old StreamYard. They're pretty good. That said, I'm reconsidering whether I should continue with the subscription itself. This is the rack you see in when I was in the other room itself. I got shot, right, so I had to reconfigure this part here. So this this corner of the place is this key, and so I kind of converted it into a studio. And that latest thing there that you see, that orange thing there, that is my newest toy, which is a 3D printer. Still trying to figure out how to run that, but that is the new toy that I have there. And then I got all these lights. I think it's beautiful, right? Got really nice lights here from IKEA, and adds up the job. So a couple of lights here, like one of the lights, right? So they're portable, they're small, and they're bright. And I mean, without and with, right? So, and of course, I'm using my trusted Canon 80D. Now with the webcam utility, it allows me to connect directly to my laptop. But I also have this, which is the Blackmagic 10 Mini. I'm still learning to use that, so not really using for the time being. Yeah, and of course, it's always constantly experimenting and looking at how better ways to do this live stream so that I could better add value to you. And so if you've got a question regards to creating my courses, whether it's video format or it's video format, drop me a link, drop me a note. I'll be more happy to discuss more. If you have questions, send me an email. If not, good. And so, this is me, Melvin, here from the Melvin Live Show. Honestly, I'm exhausted. This week has long week itself. Like 3 trainings, plus 1 training, and it's been a long week. I'm just glad that tomorrow is a public holiday here because it's polling day, and so I'm gonna catch some rest. Well, take care, have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.